And a bumper BKT United Rugby Championship showdown on the menu. We're approaching win or bust territory in the competition's race to 8. And these two adversaries, the DHL Stormers and Connacht Rugby, right in amongst it. Stormers still in with a faint shot of a top 4 finish in a home quarter-final, but it would require maximum points from their final 2 matches and Leinster to take nothing from theirs. Connacht needing victory to secure a place in the top 8, but it is the end of an era for this proud province and one of its greatest contributors, Tiernan O'Halloran. 15 years since his Connacht debut, he runs out for match number 238 and his very last appearance here at the Dexcom Stadium. The last stand for O'Halloran and a clutch of departing Galwegian stalwarts. And for the Clan Terrace itself, the stand will be demolished later this month as part of a rebuild of the newly named Dexcom Stadium. And how O'Halloran would love to prolong his career by a couple more matches and make his way into the URC quarter-finals.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have your attention for a moment. This weekend marks the annual National Family Commemoration. Today we join people across the country.
And before the action, we will pause to pay tribute to those who lost their lives during the Irish famine.
Here in our province, it's estimated that 400 million people died, and even more left for new life overseas. Their legacy through the family diaspora continues to endure and shape us as a people to this day. We ask humanity to pause for a moment of silence as we remember those before us and honour their memory.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. This is a bit of a new.
A moment of solemn reflection before the tumult begins. John Dobson dons his snazzy Stormers-themed specs. Former Western Province hooker. And for a clash between Ireland and South Africa, an Italian is in the middle. Federico Vedovelli takes charge of this one on the Galway plastic. One last time into the breach for Tiernan O'Halloran. 48 tries and close to a quarter of a century of appearances for his province. The Dexcom Stadium cooking away very nicely. Playoff places at stake as the URC race to 8 reaches its crescendo. It is a shootout in Ireland's Wild West.
And use!
First touch for Herschel Yankees. He finds the warm embrace of 39-year-old Brock Harris. Astonishingly
use it!
Long-serving prop forward. Back at the Stormers. Good charge line from Dara Murray.
That's my blue.
Another half charge on Yankees kick. So, Blade for Jack Carty. Hasn't scored a try in close to 3 years. December 2021, last time he touched down for Connacht. Dara Murray arranging in the head of big brother Niall today. Loose from Hurley Langton, all backwards though, until it wasn't.
Lost to the contact.
Frenetic, untidy opening, and a chance to welcome former Springbok fullback Tina Stelport.
Afternoon, Jamie. Not the tidiest of starts for the Stormers. Charge downs and Herschel Yankees there not getting the contact they wanted. And then another knock-on to stop the proceedings. Damien Willemse being looked at. Attempted that tackle on Jack Carty earlier. really got himself stretched out wide. Missed the tackle, but it looks like some of his fingers got caught in that attempt to pull Jack Carty down.
Youngest man in history to win 2 Rugby World Cups, Damien Willemse, achieved that remarkable milestone last autumn at just 26 years of age.
Quick,
and what a head-to-head that is. Willemse on big bad Bundy Aki.
Yeah, that's going to be a big clash in the midfield. Willemse again, Aki against Aki. Bundy Aki so strong, carrying the ball up, setting up good momentum plays.
We play.
Not just for Connacht, but also for Ireland.
Crouch! We play. Bind!
Stormers finished handsome winners in Newport against the Dragons last weekend, but could very easily have panned out differently. They were 21-16 down with 15 minutes to play in what John Dobson described as a woeful performance, but 4 tries in the final quarter of an hour earned them a handsome victory in the end. Maximum points on their travels, 10 wins from 13. And the most scrum penalties in the URC, that's number 53 of the campaign here.
Yeah, and that is what big Frans Malherbe brings to the Stormer outfit. It's only his 6th game, I think, of the URC, being away with the Springboks for the Rugby World Cup. And they'll be glad to have him back.
Du Plessis thundering into Carty. Connacht told them up. Hurley Langton has mitts on it and then reefs it clear. And Aki calls for it and looks to unleash those outside him. Ratzenberg up quickly to close the door on that Connacht attack. Blades probing the blind sides, taken high by Murat.
Just a penalty. I tackle.
Yeah, Salman Murat going too high. He recognized that and pulled out. But great work there by Jack Carty. Making contact with the shoulder and then latching onto the ball. Maul was called and the ball was ripped. There's the high tackle. Blade ducking down, a lot smaller, a lot shorter.
Blue on the
wisely, Salman Murat pulled out, otherwise it could have been a little bit more serious for the captain of the Stormers.
Connacht, one of the poorest lineouts by percentage retained in the URC, but they have got the most steals on opposition ball. It's a weird statistic, but it has set them a motoring here with Janssen. And Hurley Langton running alongside, couldn't give the pass. Carty and Prendergast fit again, firing again. Carty, hawk shot, O'Halloran, and Porch leaves it behind.
Just touch.
Very good attacking play there from the line-out by Connacht. Exposing that gap between Mani Lebok and Hachiva Daimani.
Just do the same for you.
Good pace running onto the ball. Quick recycle. Unfortunately there, John Porch not keeping his eye on the ball, slightly behind him. But acres of space in front of him.
So we play.
Cut through that rush defense and then worked around on the edges with quick hands.
Time back on.
Be disappointed with the outcome of this attacking set.
Still no Mac Hansen out wide for Connacht. Been missing since the New Year's Day Interpro against Munster.
See the mark, please.
A shoulder injury. They had hoped to have him back for the same fixture at Thomond last weekend, but still not quite right. Perhaps next weekend up in Dublin against Leinster will be the time to reintroduce him. It's Daimani bound for the bright lights of Paris next season. He'll be joining Sia Kolisi's Racing 92.
Yes, inside.
Terrific move for a boy who grew up in such trying circumstances in the Joe Slovo township of Cape Town. Inertia Yankees.
I said inside, over inside.
You can see the effect of that little bit of wind. Of course, Galway is so known for blustering, windy conditions. The wind coming off the ocean.
Joe Joyce, the big Bristolian, wins at the front, and Ruiz quickly upon Blades. And then Porch knocks on. sloppy from Connacht. Turned over 16 times
Push
by
back,
Munster
Green.
last weekend. Looking to tighten
Advantage
up their work
over.
in the collisions. Lebok.
Yes.
Willemse. Got a big box of tricks, Damien Willemse. Yankees. Galant. Tidy short kicking game with the fullback. And what a take from Hartzenberg. Diamani with him. Stormers exploding up to the 22. Van Heerden, one of the top tacklers in this competition.
Oh, quick cover,
Now he's carrying forth.
He's not a player.
Lebok. Dueba absorbs the tackle of Prendergast. Yankees and Willemse. Quick ball for the Stormers. Yankees across the face to Davids. Bagged himself a double in Newport. Murat.
Push back.
Yankees. Lebok. Dueba. Connacht defence being tested. It leaked 7 tries through at Thomond Park last weekend. Van Heerden carries again.
Leave Green. No, away.
Lebok.
Not 12.
Yankees goes blind. Galant, no-look pass. Wizardry from the fullback. Hartzenberg can't quite gather the ricocheting grubber.
Green ball.
And Connacht recover.
Stay behind.
And Blade will look for the big lumps to squeeze their way into a more favourable kicking position.
And use it now. Wait, Green.
Blade away. And Galway breathes again.
Really sharp attack here by the Stormers and Warwick Galant. Lovely little grubber through. Good place there by Hartzenberg, and then again a no-look pass. He tries his luck again, but it does go off the legs of O'Halloran, stopping it all.
Carty hoovers up the loose line out for Connacht. A barrelling charge from Captain Heffernan. Hawkshaw. Wide it goes. O'Halloran. Listen to the Dexcom as their aging hero tramples down the touchline and is then twirled into touch by covering Galant and Davids.
Connacht starting to find those wide edges on the Stormers' defend. They've got a very hard press. Not very much drifting, and that wide ball out to O'Halloran exposes the wide channel.
But that's
Good
fine.
turn by Angelo Davids to catch up and bundle him into touch.
Yankees looks for Diamani. Puts the footwork on Heffernan, but Connacht skipper
Use it.
clings onto a leg. We expect a high ball in playtime between these two sides. Each of them loves running rugby. They want fast ruck ball, they want attacking possession, and they want broken field opportunities like this. Porch carried. Oh, thunderous charge from Janssen, back in the starting team, the former Tiger. Carty, dunked by Willemse.
Ball quick available.
Halloran has to take that football style on the instep,
Advantage.
and then
Knock
it's
on.
lost on the ground.
Play advantage, Blue.
And at worst, Stormers will have a scrum
Boys
here.
outside. No offside line over there. Knock on by Green.
Yeah, this time the Stormers' defence applying enough pressure to break down any attacking opportunities. That pressure took away some of that skill execution. That last ball wasn't very accurate, went down to the feet, broke any momentum.
Finlay Beelum back at the heart of that Connacht pack, having just missed a couple of games to enjoy becoming a father for the first time towards the start of the year, post Six Nations.
Crouch.
This is his 203rd game in the
Bye.
green of his province. And it's a mighty scrum battle
Stand up.
against Brock Harris today.
I agree. Okay. Scrum before we have hinging, and now you're probably to put more pressure. So keep your weight, please. No, it's not what I see.
Maybe it's all getting a bit too much for John Dobson.
It's been a tough 10 minutes.
The glasses are off, the head's buried in the hands. Frans Malherbe on the tight head side for the DHL Stormers.
Crouch!
Perhaps the best scrummaging prop anywhere in world rugby.
Bind!
That's the challenge that Peter Dooley on Connacht's loose head side is locking horns with. And it's another scrum penalty. That's 2 for the Stormers.
Knee on the ground. Number 3, hold the ground. Yeah.
And this time it's the
Number
pressure
3
from Brock Harris
at the
coming on the loose head side. Finley Beanham there going down onto his knees. Not able to absorb that pressure. And 2 scrums, 2 penalties.
That's Stormers' defence as well, Tinas. Top for dominant tackles across the United Rugby Championship. They play fast and loose in attack. They're a dangerous team, but without the ball, ferociously hard to break down, aren't they?
Yeah, they build it on a very strong defensive effort. Not just with the attacking play.
Duplessis. See Hurley Langton fighting for those turnovers. Second only to Jamie Ritchie for breakdown steals this year. Yankees bouncing kick. Tap back. Hoovered up by Blade. There was a Connacht knock-on. And the Stormers will be very happy to put into another scrum here.
Just scrum because he can understand who's touched the ball for me, so
Yeah, you can
accidental,
see
so just scrum.
how difficult Yankees finds it to get any distance on that kick. But that is very well placed. Pressure is on there. Question mark was, of course, if it was a knock-on and he was in front of the ball, should that not be an offside?
Byron Ralston bagged both of Connacht's tries at Thomond Park. Previous round, another with Australian upbringing but Irish heritage. He is Irish qualified through his grandparents. And there is Santiago Cordero, the Argentine sprite, and how long and how patient Connacht fans and Cordero himself have had to be. Poised for his debut today off the bench after injuring his ACL in pre-season. 9-month wait for a first match in his new team's colours. Here come the Stormers, but ball coughed up by Hartzenberg, and Ralston can open his legs. Hawkshaw bounces the tackle, speeds through the middle. Hurley Langton, Carty, Dooley. Over 100 games for Leinster, and a proud man of the Western Province. Ball just lost forwards by Prendergast. Has been ruled as backwards for the time being. Porrick Riley, the assistant referee, seems to think otherwise, but Federico Verovelli's opinion is the only one that matters.
Careful, careful, tackle, leave. Use it!
Blade sees a gap, and Prendergast again, steaming up the touchline. Inside to Ralston. Dixon with an important tackle that dislodges the ball. And Gelant can perhaps weave some more sorcery from deep. This kick is half charged. That's going to cause chaos. Yankees and Dixon are first to it. Dixon galloping through the middle. The bouncing ball picked up by Willemse. And then off the knees of
no counter tackle here by Green.
Yankees. And after all that chaos,
tackle for me. If
all
I'm wrong
that
in what I
bedlam,
see, Timo will come and will be scrum for
we're back where we started with the Stormer scrum.
Yes.
Yeah, the initial knock on there in the hit by Blade. Lovely counter-attack here by Connacht. Launched by Hawkshaw. And he so nearly gets away here. Prendergast. And what a lovely tackle from behind. Then Jason Dixon working very hard, and then it is just utter chaos.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, in that tackle, the ball went forward off the Connacht defender.
Crouch!
Most offloads in the URC, DHL Stormers
Bind!
do have the most poor passes, perhaps
Set.
as a result. But they're willing to chance their arm, and when it works, it's magnificent to watch. But this is the bread and butter stuff. This is the platform upon which so many tries are constructed. Du Plessis veering in field, hits Yankees, who leaves it behind.
Advantage!
And Connacht withstand another onslaught.
And these are unforced errors being created. Lovely flat line, and then the inside step by Dan du Plessis.
Let's go, Connacht.
Yankees is exactly where he needs to be.
Okay, so I didn't see it. Time off.
That was in the
I used to play
basket,
scrum half.
unfortunately,
No.
taking his eye off the last moment. 9 handling errors by both teams so far.
Time is off, Kate.
Real helter-skelter feel to the game.
Yankees played in the 2019 Rugby World Cup final. Game on to the last few minutes for Faf de Klerk.
Okay, I will look at the last
The
two
third of
round.
the 4
That's good.
Springbok Rugby World Cup victories. Wasn't selected, wasn't one of the quartet of scrum halves. Rassi Erasmus and Jacques Nienaber took to France this time around. Very much looking to force his way back into the conversation. Such is
off.
the depth in South African
Time on.
rugby in all
Now.
positions. Nothing can be taken for granted. And there is the Clan Terrace. One last match beneath that corrugated iron roof with those hardy souls who pack it out week on week. It's going to be demolished over the next 12 months and rebuilt. Stadium will have a reduced capacity of around 12,000 next season before the flash new
Bind!
North Stand is constructed, which they hope will be completed around this time next year. €45 million project.
Yeah, where I want to stay in the changing room. Okay, but you're not gonna lose your binder. You keep scrumming.
Yeah, it's always sad to see history and culture being replaced by progression. So many years of history reminiscent of the shed at King's Home for Gloucester. New regulations and health and safety, you unfortunately cannot replace standing terraces anymore. So if you want to expand, you are going to have to sacrifice some
Bind!
bits of culture and history.
Set!
So there'll be fond memories for all those families that stood there over the generations.
9 behind him.
Important scrum for Connacht. It's an awkward one from Blade to Carty. But he's hammered it off the pitch and made decent yardage from deep in his own 22. Connacht's record point scorer overtook the legendary Eric Elwood, titan of this province and of Irish rugby, closing in on 1,300 points.
Yeah, they're in the line, so you're just off.
And playing today ahead of the injured JJ Hanrahan. It's Van Heeren. Yankees. Libok.
Side for me.
Long, high, up and under. Perhaps too long. Port's time, he's coughed it up. Willemse and Du Plessis seize upon the winger who's holding on. And a kick that looked overcooked by Libok. Let go by Porch. And the Stormers take full advantage.
Yeah, set play there by the Stormers from the line out. They knew exactly what they were doing. Hard press by Damien Willemse. Dan du Plessis, the two centres.
Scrum.
Very smart call. They've been very dominant so far in the scrum. Frans Malherbe, Brock Harris and Joe Dwebber. They've put a lot of pressure on Dooley and Beelum. See, earlier Beelum went down with a little bit of a neck injury, but put a treatment there. They've also got those 2 scrum penalties previously.
It's an interesting dynamic, this. Connacht concede the fewest scrum penalties. Stormers win the most.
Come on now, Finn.
2-0 in the South Africans' favour so far.
Finn, let's go.
And this is where Frans Malherbe will be licking his lips
Set!
and inflicting some close quarter pain.
Use.
Steady platform for Yankees. Caelan Blade knocks it on. And Libok can't get there. Dixon can. It's a messy old match, this. Ruiz goes, knocks it on,
Knock on.
and we'll do it all again.
Please, I stop the game. We come back for knock on here.
Yeah, a lot of unforced
Knock on
errors.
by 9 green.
Blade very sharp there, using his foot
Yes.
to dislodge the ball.
Yes, fine, because he's behind the ball. And just
behind the
standing
ball
with
is-
the foots.
Away from that meter, really, from the scrum.
All right.
But he gets his
I will
feet
try
in
to stay
there,
wide and see it.
then knocks it on.
Okay.
Pretty sure the big boys up front won't mind. Another time,
Even if you
another
have
opportunity
quick
for a
reach
big
over the prop,
scrum.
You have to stay up with your knee. Okay.
Caelan Blade, 48 tries for Connacht. Same number as Tiernan O'Halloran. Joint second on the all-time try-scoring list. Only Matt Healy, another of the heroes of the 2016 Pro 12 triumph, ahead of them. 58 for him.
Crouch!
But once again, the Stormers can rev the engine, can use those big blue and white tanks
Set!
and start to plunder more scrum opportunity.
Advantage. Inching.
Penalty tucked in their top pocket. Yankees,
Advantage, Inching.
Gelant challenging that gain line, ripping the pass out the back door, but Davids 3-on-1 can't polish off that one, and we'll go back for the penalty. Third scrum penalty conceded by Connacht.
Under pressure, inch.
Yeah, that sustained pressure by the front five. Interesting call. Salman Murad deciding to go for the points, get something on the board. There's no way he's getting through there. Great cross defense, cover defense by the Connacht players, all three of them getting in there.
Mani Libok, with some help from teammates in these blustery conditions, kicking around 76% in the URC this year. Shouldn't have too much trouble with this one. Racked up 23 points when these two met in the semi-finals a year ago. Whack, through it goes. 22.5 minutes gone, and the deadlock is broken. The Stormers lead by 3 points to 0. John Dobson still doesn't look too happy.
I think he'll be happy, smiling when there's a try. Be concerned with all these unforced errors.
Duplessis
Stay two, wait!
returns the Connacht restart. Awkward spinning kick. O'Halloran, he sliced through. O'Halloran into the 22. There will not be a more popular try scorer today. Blade holds it up for Dooley, and suddenly Connacht explode into their attacking shape. Prendergast sizes up Libok, who stands firm. Murray gets through one, not through Dixon and Ruiz. Beelum, Carty playing out the back, but squished into the turf by Brock Harris. Beelum. Diamani stops the tight head. Prendergast. Important tackle from Ruben van Heerden. Hurley Langton, one of Connacht's biggest performers this season. Here's Carty. Can't jink clear of Murat. Janssen.
Let's tackle!
Murray. Connacht got into the Munster 22 8 times, scored just 2 tries from those visits.
On the ball.
On the other 6 occasions, they were turned over. They settle for the penalty for starters.
He's read by blue.
O'Halloran, he's hungry. He wants his fairy tale goodbye.
Who knows good?
But he's been pilfered. Burglary on the deck from Warwick Gelant. has won it back from the
Use
Stormers.
Let's go, 10. Let's go.
And Brock Harris summons those 39-year-old legs to squeeze forward a metre or two.
Use
Yankees kicking into the wind, so keeps it low. Finds touch, and Ralston chooses not to press the gamble button.
No. It was a good find there.
What a counter-attack by Tiernan O'Halloran. From that difficult kick by Dan du Plessis, really struggling to get out of their own territory with this wind. Lovely piece of counter-attack. Always love seeing a fullback taking on the defensive line, slicing through.
It's an awkward line out from Connacht, and Van Heerden snaffles it. Dueba to Ruiz. He's been a big performer for the Stormers this season. Just signed a new long-term deal to stay in Cape Town. Libbok's crossfield up and under. Davids and Porch claim it together. It's Connacht possession. And that's greeted with a hearty roar from the Clan Terrace.
Leave the ball, leave. Use.
Blade to the skies. Porch gives chase. Galant. Wonderful take. Oh, he slipped it away too. And Willemse unleashes Angelo Davids. He'll burn away from Hurley Langton. And the Stormers flick the switch and shred Connacht. That pass from Galant may need some checking. That's what's attracted the ire of the home supporters who stood and watched that play unfold. As things stand, Davids has 3 in 2 matches. It's this pass here.
Yeah, great take going in the air. That is forward, even from this angle. Ball goes forward out of the hands from Warwick Galant. He's done exceptionally well to take that ball in the air under pressure.
Timo, check.
And all the pressure from the sideline
I'm on the screen when you want.
has made the referees, the referee team look at this. Rightly so. Great bit of play there.
Yes.
That does look forward.
Yeah, so just inside the half. So not try. Forward pass.
The joy brutally short-lived for the Stormers. But the pass clearly forwards. Shake it ahead from Angelo Davids, but the visitors can have few complaints about that decision.
I think so.
Concern for Sean Jansen here. The great Jared Butler is on to replace him. Another who's departing at the end of the season. Another who is playing his final home match. The Australian back row replacing the New Zealander.
Yeah, the last one.
And you can bet he'll be playing with fire and brimstone too.
Yeah, very emotionally driven game today.
Okay,
Butler,
little step over, bro.
O'Halloran,
Well, this is the mark.
Clan stand.
Yeah, come in here.
Big home game for this Connacht team.
And the corner.
Yeah, some big contributors to Connacht Rugby bidding farewell. Not all of them playing today. The likes of Gavin Thornbury, Dominic Robertson-Mackay, Tom Farrell. All have been here for a long old time. All have played a lot of rugby. And at full time, they'll be given a chance to bid their farewells and for the supporters to show their appreciation for all they've given to the province over the years.
Set.
That's for later, though. In the here and now, there's a match to be won. Better scrum from Connacht. Much better.
Number 1, injured.
Beelum turns the tables on Brock Harris.
Yeah, Brock Harris there. You could see turning in and then losing his feet, hinging. Beelum did really well, getting a lot lower than Brock Harris. And with that pressure made him hinge and give the penalty away.
And there's the as it stands URC table, this race to 8. It's ridiculous, really, when you look at how congested things are. 4 teams between 6th and 9th, all on 49 points. Connacht, as things stand, with the losing bonus point, would go from 44 to 45, but they're in search of greater rewards. Really would set things up for the final weekend, 2 weeks' time. Got another penalty
Jumping
here.
across. 8 blue.
Yeah, just compounding the errors, the Stormers. Bit of ill discipline. Jumping across to keep that pressure on top of Connacht. Jamie, you mentioned 4 teams on 49 points, and just shows you how healthy this URC competition is. Such a congested top 8 challenge, and shows you the quality of teams in rugby in this URC.
Connacht into the 22 once more. Can they leave with points on this occasion? Through the arms of Murray, but taken by Butler and then by Bundyaki. That's whose paws they want on the ball in these positions. Joyce. Repelled by Van Heeren. Heffernan, the skipper. Match number 199 for him today.
Antage. 2 around the neck. High tackle.
Penalty given away by Joseph
Yeah,
Dweba.
right.
High tackle.
Yes.
Prendergast. 2 meters out. Blades. Hawk shot. Diamani
Tackle,
stands
blue.
up and grapples him to ground.
Ball away, ball.
Beelum will lock and load here. The 2 props, Beelum and Dooley. Beelum charging. Can he get that ball down?
Held up.
No, he can't.
Held up. No. Held up. And we come back for right tackle by number 2.
2 centres tackling the 2 props. Wonderful work
Yes,
from
he's in front of me.
Duplessis,
In front of me.
Willemse, Warwick Galant in there as well.
2. High tackle.
But 3 penalties on the bounce conceded by the Stormers.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure if we pan out to John Dobson, he'll be still be sitting with hands in head.
Connacht with a tap and run. Heffernan hit by Dweba. Beelum, they swing it round to the left, and Butler almost dragged over the white paint.
Stay on the line.
Beelum.
Leave blue.
Stormers defending desperately. The Dexcom holds its breath.
Short for me.
Aki
Okay, we got him.
nosedives. This time they're in.
Side got it.
And it's Caelan Blades who edges closer to a half-century of Connacht tries. The barriers are being rattled, and so are the Stormers.
Three penalties given away by the Stormers allowed Connacht to get in this opportunity. Lovely little quick tap. Aki stopped short.
Come sta andando?
And this is why Blade has already scored 5 tries. He's now scored his 6th try in this URC campaign. Fast and dangerous. Close to the ground around that tackle breakdown area. And they haven't really been in Stormers territory. But when they do get there, they get the 5 points.
Super strike from Jack Carty. He knows every square inch of this paddock, every breath of West Island wind. And Caelan Blades' 9th try of the season converted. 7-3 Connacht.
You go right.
Yeah, well worked. Patient, going through their sets around the breakdown. Working their way to the edges. Good try.
Livock's restart held up in the breeze. Won by Dana Murray. One of the 2 brothers from Roscommon.
Use 9.
A couple of inches taller, a couple of years younger than elder sibling Niall. Not in the 23 this weekend. Blade for Ralston. Galant wins. And Galant looks to set the Stormers swaggering again. Daimani. Livock, flat for Murat, and Ben Jason Dixon with 14 tackles on Newport last weekend. Big, abrasive specimen on the blindside flank. Yankees. Gallant stepping in at first receiver. The grubber for Frans Malherbe, of all people to chase.
No, play
Not what Frans Malherbe was in the team to do. Although he gave it his best shot. Here's Dooley.
Leave! No, off the ball! Off the ball! Use it now!
Blade over the towering specimen of Ruben van Heerden. Taken by Gallant, and Lebok can pierce defences from anywhere. Yankees. Gallant sizing
No,
up his
50,
options,
22.
finding only Blade,
Hold in front.
who torpedoes it back. A spiral punt.
Keep the mark.
Willemse will want this to run dead. That's what he's asking it to do, and the ball obliges with inches to spare. Roll on, he says, roll on.
Interesting options here by the Stormers, going for the kicks rather than hold the ball in hand. Maybe not that kick because they were going backwards, but the previous one, and with that wind behind them, all Connacht has to do is get a bit of air. Did he touch that? No, he let it go, he let it bounce. Let's just see. Pulled out at the right time, at the right moment, not getting any hands on there. This time the ball goes too far. It's brought all the way back for a scrum.
Steam rising from the two front rows. Harris against Beelum.
Bind!
Proper heavyweight showdown.
Set!
First man to play 150 matches for the DHL Stormers, Brock Harris. And still playing 60+ minutes a match at nearly 40. It's incredible longevity. This is Duplessis, and Willemse through the middle, bashing aside all comers.
No, it's committed for me.
Duplessis complaining he was tackled early. Stormers pile into the ruck.
Oh, he cannot move and not play.
Federico Vervelli's got a bit to sort out here. Hurley
Still
Langton
advantage.
took matters into his own hands. And Connacht will need that scrum.
They're starting to create opportunities, but forcing that final pass, that offload,
Is a for me was
going
committed.
down to the knees of Dan Duplessis instead of going up.
Let's go.
He was tackled without the ball. Did go off his knees.
It's not committed. Let's go now.
Salman Murat just bringing that replay to the referee's attention, but TMO Stefano Penny has already scrutinised the angles and decreed that
No, going
it was
backwards.
pretty much instantaneous, the pass arriving at the same time as Seamus Hurley-Langton. Different sides, Dan Duplessis taking the full brunt of the impact. Willemse missed the win down on Rodney Parade for personal reasons, but restored to the midfield in place of Wandisle Simlane
Crouch!
this weekend. And what a talent he is.
Bind!
They're at
So
fullback, at
skillful.
fly half, centre.
Fullback,
Re-engage. Far
even on
side.
the wing is
number
fast
3.
enough. Really good, creative play
Re-engage,
by
number 3.
between him and Dan Duplessis so far today. They've created some opportunities there. Unfortunately, that final pass offload going to the floor.
Okay.
A couple of minutes left of this first half, Tinas. Will Connacht be the happier team at how things have panned out?
Stay in this channel, 2 meters, yeah. Don't go to
20. Off.
A bit more content. They got the 7 points out of that. Janssen back on the field. Stormers will be disappointed with all those opportunities, but they will have the wind in their back
Over the
in the
50.
second half.
Away now. 4.
Evan Ruiz lumbers away from them all. Back to try last weekend.
Leave green, not the 9.
Had a footing, 16 tackles into the bargain. Dixon. Lebok standing still. Diamani flipping it out the back for Duplessis. Big, powerful outside centre. Took two to stop him. Lebok threading the kick through this time. Kalat chasing, but it's comfortable enough for John Porch, who can blast it back from whence it came. Lebok starts the attack again. Willemse shrugging them off, burning through the middle, swaggering into that 22 again.
Green.
Yankees wanted quicker ball, but finds Diamani, who can make kicks with crumbs. Dumped on his backside. Yankees, Murat.
Tackle!
Joe Joyce says not today. Lebok distributing well. Van Heerden, one of the biggest, tackled by one of the smallest on the pitch. Blaze
Advantage, diving on the ball.
chopping the giant down, but Stormers with penalty advantage and with Malherbe.
Your advantage.
Yankees and Willemse coming short. Knocked it on, but
6.
Stormers
Never
had
legal.
the advantage.
Diving on the ball.
Yeah, Prendergast there in an attempt to slow it all down. Went off his feet. Damien Willemse. Great footwork and acceleration. This time he holds on to the ball. He goes through a lot of hard work, both defensively and on attack, leading that try tackle count. And in there, Prendergast in an attempt to slow it even more down. Does so illegally.
On the line, the green. On the line.
This is the opportunity the Stormers will have to take to get any real positives out of this half.
Three lineouts lost on Joseph Dweber's throw last weekend.
Are you in here?
This one needs to go to plan for the Stormers.
Okay. Just go straight up there.
Yeah, you got to take a step up and line with Peter there.
Final play of the half. Clock in the red.
Straight up.
Stormers lineout goes to Van Heerden. And they set them all a-rumbling.
Down by blue.
It's gone down, no penalty given.
You got the ball.
Connacht have cocooned that ball in there. And it is a huge defensive win for the home pack, right on half-time. And that rather sums up the way this first 40 minutes have gone. Finlay Bealham right in the thick of things. But unsurprisingly, it's Seamus Hurley-Langton and Cian Prendergast who are two of the last to get up, the two henchmen of the Connacht back row. And in their final home game of the season, they are keeping last year's runners-up and 2 years ago's champions firmly at bay. It is the home side with the advantage at the interval. Half-time at the next Comp Stadium. Connacht 7 with the HL Stormers.
It's probably gone, okay, right, that kind of play within ourselves, that pragmatic approach obviously isn't quite working, although they're not a million miles away from one or two passes sticking, and then we know what Stormers are capable of. Connacht can play a bit of rugby as well, as we've showed, but you would imagine Dobson will kind of get the shackles off them a little bit.
Well, as you can see, the players back out on the pitch. More from the guys after the game, but for now, back to our commentary team of Jamie Lyle and Tina Stelport.
Feels like this game is just waiting to burst into life. With Hughes Litton fizzling away in that first half, but just the Caelan Blade try to show for it in terms of 5-pointers. And only a combined 10 points on the scoreboards. Bundy Aki with the first rousing carry of the decisive 40 minutes.
Use 9.
Which one of these famous outfits can grab this contest by the scruff of the neck? Contest that could be so important for both of their aspirations as far as playoffs and home advantage are concerned. Stormers need maximum points today in Galway,
Not left.
and in 2 weeks' time at home to the Lions
Back.
to keep up their push for the top four
Now,
and home advantage.
Now come blue.
Would rely on those above them dropping points too. Hawkshaw taken high by Evan Lewis.
6. Leave. No. We don't need this. Just stop the game.
A win for Connacht would move them on to 48 points. One behind the 4 teams between 6th and 9th on 49. And it would set up a truly mouth-watering final round of fixtures. They're up in Dublin taking on Leinster who might yet have work to do after the Champions Cup final. To try and bag top spot themselves with an action today in Belfast after the conclusion of this match. Heffernan right to the tail and to Joyce. Blade and Janssen. And Diamani with them. Hawkshaw, Carty, Porch, double shot. Hartzenberg stepping in. Dooley.
Tackle leave.
Bondiaki, chance desire.
Just no con for me.
Knocked on by young Hartzenberg. Janssen again.
They were playing advantage. You're fair. Yeah. I don't need you to scream, right? Knock on.
Salman Murat. Captain, you got to be vocal, but you got to be vocal in the right way. So close there by Hartzenberg. That was deemed a knock-on, and the advantage being played. And with that Eamon Ruiz high tackle that was given away, just shows you how difficult it actually is to get out of your own territory against this wind. Stormers has to be patient, they've got to be disciplined, keep that offensive line, don't give away any needless penalties. And Connacht will find it difficult to get out of their own half.
He is the most penalised player in the URC this season, Eamon Ruiz.
Set!
And a lot talked about him to step up to Springbok level.
Stay up, Connacht!
That is one of that areas.
No, play away.
The key area he's got to work on is his discipline.
Aki, sledgehammer-like on the charge.
Onto the ball.
Carty, O'Halloran. Again, a high tackle. That's the third of the game by the Stormers. Dueba Ruiz and now Dan du Plessis getting their angles wrong.
In 43 minutes, 2 in this half, 2 high tackles. Not really dangerous, but still high. Change the train for the players.
That's all the momentum Connacht needs. You're getting on the wrong side of the referee here. Repeated high tackle infringements. Dan du Plessis. He's got that discipline and patience on the defence that's costing the Stormers now. Great opportunity for Connacht to get their way in. 7 penalties. Played 4.
5 in a row now conceded by the Stormers either side of half-time. It's given Connacht field position and more encouragement. Aki for Janssen, loses it.
Okay, well, did you knock?
Boots into plenty of open pasture. Ralston has to look lively to get down on it. Blade away. Aki slips it to Hurley Langton. One of the most prolific stealers of ball and makers of tackles in the league. Top of the charts coming into this weekend. Just under 200 hits made in defence. But he pops up everywhere for Connacht. Man from Taranaki, New Zealand.
Use!
Blade goes high. Ralston on the hoof. Gelant takes it at the second time of asking.
Ball out immediately.
And quick ball for the Stormers. Murat to Harris. Sandwiched in a double tackle. Big Brock. Stormers will have Stephen Kitsoff back in the #1 jersey next season. Returning home from Ulster. Yankees. Murat. Libok inside to Ruiz. Hawkshaw gets him round the ankles. Murat again at first receiver. Libok floats it wide to nobody. Davids picks it up and then out. Libok turns Byron Ralston.
50-22.
An Australian from deep. Can't get away from Ruiz. Magnificent tackle. But Blade is on hand to run Connacht out of trouble. Porch. O'Halloran, that was deft. Hawkshaw and Prendergast, who has laced it down the tram lines. It's awkward for Gelant. He's under pressure, but he is calm and composed as ever.
9. Sorry.
This is Porch. Dips his head, gets his legs pumping. Du Plessis and Ruiz bar the threshold.
Brought to ground. He's brought to ground. Play on. He's brought to ground.
Janssen. Carty, flat for Beelum. This game just beginning to sizzle to the boil here, and Ralston, oh, he couldn't take it with him. Space worked beautifully by Hawkshaw, who's such a classy, creative playmaker. Ralston juggling and losing.
A lot of energy spent to get themselves back in the play. Oh, that ball is just not sticking. Lovely outside in line to beat the defenders, cut through the line.
Especially over there, is your player to route the ground number 6, so I cannot allow it. You know, I understand, but it is responsible.
Let's go, lads. Let's fucking go now, yeah?
Just apologise for any industrial language you heard over the referee's mic during this live rugby match.
Engine here.
The scrum is not a place for the faint-hearted, or for those of a certain vernacular.
Crouch! Bind! Set! Reset. Try to hold your weight, not feel not too far back, and ask him to stay with the elbow up. That's the 2 pictures, please.
Let's go! Go, boys! Go!
It's the Stormers who had the edge at scrum time in the first half, won a couple of penalties. Look at Franz Herbert gazing into the soul of Peter Dooley.
Set!
One of the most fascinating, compelling elements of our sport. And it barely shifts a millimetre this time. Stormers play away. Duplessis, Galant from the missed pass. Stormers claiming that was touched off a Connacht player. Call for now is a home line out.
Yeah, smart play by the Stormers. Steady scrum just inside your 10-metre line. They were hoping for the 50-22 option
Dimmi
there.
la certezza che la cambiamo.
Work the ball out wide and then drive it through. Change coming up here for the Stormers. Nettling for Sheer.
Non posso cambiare decisione.
André Guventer getting ready.
Connacht reverse right to the tail, shuffling that line out back and giving Janssen a charge into Diamani. Blade and Dooley.
User!
Just want to fashion space for a clean exit here, Connacht. Don't want to get caught playing fast and loose in their own 22. And Blades drops one on Hartzenberg, who's immediately enveloped by Byron Ralston. Malherbe, crash bang wallop. Lebok, Diamani. Big Connacht defence this against a powerful Stormers attack. Van Heerden dips the shoulder, makes good ground against Carty. It's a real workhorse in the second row. Lebok and Davids bursting off his wing. Yankees digs it out. Ruas. Look at the power of Evan Ruas. Yankees. Oh, what a pass from Willemse to Lebok, who's breaking clear. Back on the inside. Angelo Davids. That is majestic.
Se l'unica cosa che ci può essere è una pulizia oltre il momento prima, poi quando hanno fatto il buco.
Unbelievable skills here by the Stormers on the attack. Big boys doing the hard yards. Evan Ruas.
Non hanno attaccato quel
Keep
canale.
his legs pumping. Quick ball. Warwick Galant. Defted of touches.
Go, trust in the team.
And it's this final pass. They'll be asking about those two passes, Connacht. Playing on to the line with pace. Mani Lebok. Go one way, step the other way. Finds his man on the inside, Angelo Davids. This time he gets his try. For now,
Warakalant is a jukebox of greatest hits right now. The passes, the kick assists, 3 of them against the Dragons. He's teed up another try here as Libok adds the extras, and the Stormers leads by 3.
And the clean out start on the right.
Yeah, Warakalant has definitely come back into his form that made him a Springbok initially before he left for France. He struggled a little bit with his fitness, but he's certainly back in. His decision-making is there. His skills are there. And that was a lovely little touch to set Mani Libok up through the line.
Took them over 50 minutes, but the Stormers have a try in Galway. What a catch that is from John Porch. Gobbling up the meters. Dooley. Those changes have been made by John Dobson, Edling Fouchier, and Andre Hugo Venter coming on.
6!
Frans Malherbe and Joseph Dueba in the front row respectively. Carty. First tackle made by Venter, son of legendary Springbok Andre. One of the toughest men to wear the fabled green and gold jersey in the back row, 90s and early 2000s. Aki inside to Heffernan. And Diamani done for not rolling away. 8 penalties now shipped by the Stormers.
Great work here by John Porch. Beating Davids in the air, lovely high reach, taking the ball up above his head. Perfect response after giving away a try. Got to win that restart, regain possession. Diamani there trapped, not rolling away. Gives the penalty and the opportunity here for Connacht, 5 meters away from the Stormers' try line.
They are on the line.
These are the opportunities that Connacht will feel they should and must capitalise upon. The line out, well, they all topple down like giant green dominoes.
Dummy throw.
They fluff their lines, and it's ruled as a dummy throw by Dave Heffernan. And the Stormers immediately off the hook.
Oh, easy out, yeah, for the Stormers. Very unfortunate there for Connacht. And with this wind, Mani Libok can drive them back considerable distance.
Porch must rouse himself and go again. That strapped right knee caught by Harris. Fouchier attracting some attention. Referee Vervelli happy no skullduggeries occurred. Carty and Hurley Langton. Dooley, Stormers defence up very quickly. Carty. Again, massive collisions.
Use.
Murray. I have to assume Connacht will look to kick pretty quickly. They've gone backwards 15 metres. Again, they're asking the question, but Connacht players are judged to have held Evan Ruasen, and then a very cheap penalty conceded by Yankees. And Stormers, their own worst enemies right now in terms of discipline.
Yeah, absolutely.
Inside, offside, number 9.
Yankees, just be patient. You have just marched Connacht back 10, 15 meters with very strong defensive set. They're not going anywhere. Over-eager.
No.
Gives away the penalty, ill discipline. Connacht gets the opportunity. Again, you can see John Dobson. He's still not happy. He's still not smiling, Jamie.
It's been far from a polished performance from the Stormers. They have a slender lead, but Connacht in the ascendancy, and Aki punching holes. Hurley Langton, Carty. Here's Jack Ainger, the new man off the bench. Ralston. Ainger, nice ball to Hurley Langton. Blade, Carty, Janssen.
That's a tackle, Stormers.
And Ruiz penalised again. And Caelan Blade is asking, how many, sir? Same infringement, not rolling away.
Please.
Yeah, no, they've been caught too many times on the wrong side. It's the way they employ their tackle technique. They want to go for the hold-up tackles, the choke tackle, hold them
now
up.
you have two in a row. That's the end. That's one going in the bin.
And another warning.
Yeah.
They've had an earlier warning about the high tackles early in the half. This time about rolling away.
But the problem, you fall on the wrong side and lost the momentum to roll.
Connacht want tries. They want to score 5s and 7s, not 3s. And Carty
Yes, on the 5.
just arrows it right over the corner flag.
Don't ask him for yellow. Don't do it.
Fenter patched up, ready to go. He's got another big defensive job to do.
We have boots. We have problem with the boots.
Brock Harris has lost a boot.
Time is off.
Is that 15, 20 years of experience talking when you're under the pressure, Tinas, and suddenly a stud's gone missing?
Yeah, it's about managing the pace of the game, taking a bit of momentum out.
Most important things, you try to move at the first time. Over there,
But he's a real honest player, Brock. Lovely character. 143 matches for the Dragons, 150 for the Stormers. Phenomenal career.
If my calculations are correct, this is his 516th professional game. If we factor in Currie Cup matches for Western Province, his games in Wales, his games at Super Rugby, Pro 14, Pro 12 and URC level for the Cape Town franchise. He thought he was coming back to retire a couple of years ago. Instead, he's won a URC in 2022 and he's still going in his 40th year. Remarkable.
Watch out the front, Pete. Watch out the front.
Tense moments these.
Numbers, please.
Important moments too, as we approach the hour mark. Murray at the front. And the Dexcom expects. Can their heavyweight pack deliver against the mighty Stormers? They crawl within a metre. Ainger, Janssen, held by Duplessis. Dooley wants this one. Here he goes, the prop. Van Heerden with a tackle. Listen to the locals.
No.
Around the corner once more goes Murray. Prendergast waits. Stormers still standing firm.
No.
One of the best defences in this competition. It's been tested over and over. Ball squirms loose and Ainger wins it back for the home team. Blade, Janssen's calling for it. Throws the dummy. Squeezes through Van Heerden and Duplessis. Ball trapped beneath a massive Connacht bodies. Blade waits. Here's Aki. Is this his moment? Not quite. Borat screaming for the penalty. Couldn't get the ball. Cleanly won. Still it's Connacht possession. And they plunge over and score. Jack Ainger off the bench and over the Stormers try line.
That's one for the forwards. From their driving line out, going that ball. Stormers initially do really well to counter. They push them out to the sideline, but they splinter off. And then it's just working those edges. Lovely little handoff there. And we'll claim that's momentum on the bounce. But little touch into Ainger's hands. And hard work by the forwards around the edges.
And the din around the Dexcom becomes a reverential hush for Carty. And then a groan. Well wide from Connacht's leading marksman, but the home side edge in front by 2.
Yeah, that little tip-on pass by Joyce just changes the focus. It was initially short.
Substitution.
And then that second bounce,
Okay, time back on.
it helps to eat more than one pie.
A meat pie on this occasion for Jack Ainger, who started things off by gobbling up the loose ball and polished off a rare try for the tight head prop. Lebok, short to restart. Hartzenberg's on his bike, and Hartzenberg rips it out of the hands of Ralston, and Dixon flinging it back on the inside. Janssen gets there.
Knock on by 11.
But the first call is a knock-on from Byron Ralston. What a brilliant kick that was from Manny Lebok. And just to aid the Stormers' quest for tries, they've sent for Sasha Feinberg and Goma Zulu, one of the brightest young talents in South African rugby.
Number 5.
Marcel
number
Tunison
15
as well.
Substitution. 15.
And listen to the ovation for one of Connacht's greatest men of all time. A member of the Pro 12 champion vintage. 238 games for his province. 15 years a Connacht man. Tiernan O'Halloran leaves the field for the last time in the green of his province. One Connacht career ends, and what a career as another begins. A debut for 51 cap Argentine Santiago Cordero, who's had to wait 9 months to make his debut. But these are precious scenes, beautiful scenes. Tiernan O'Halloran, full of all sorts of emotions right now, and every Connacht player involved in the 23 today or not, showing their appreciation to one of the best to do it in green. His race here in front of these people at last is run. Made his debut as a teenager in 2009 against Olympus Madrid in the EPCR Challenge Cup. Close to 250 appearances, 48 tries later. It's all come to an end, and that's what he's contemplating right now. One fine door closes, another opens. There is Santiago Cordero, back from that horrible ACL injury suffered in training and ready to weave his magic. Not going to get a chance here though, because fresh legs in that Stormers pack have dismantled the Connacht scrum.
Has knee on the ground, and you Devin across.
And once again,
Willing. Yeah.
Beelem going down on his knees. Pressure by Brock Harris.
Special player, Santi Cordero, Dennis, isn't he?
Yeah, great to see him back from injury.
If you go
Can really unlock defences. Wonderful attacking player.
Live up to the corner. Stormers must win.
Number 1,
ideally with a
number
bonus
7
point
substitution.
to stand
Number
any
7.
chance of home draw in the
Number
playoff.
7.
As Pete Wilkins
Just wait.
sends for more reinforcements. We caught a glimpse of salt and pepper mane of Jared Butler earlier, on as a blood replacement for Janssen. And he too comes on for what will be his last match here. Jordan Duggan replacing Peter Dooley. And Charlie Langton, who makes way for the long-serving Australian Butler. Venter up to Van Heerden. And the Stormers will back this meaty juggernaut to do the business from this position. Venter has it tucked under an arm, but Connacht get a big secondary shove. Yankees, Foucher rolling towards the line. Tunison feeds it out. Ruiz got rid of 2 tacklers, but not Joyce and not Butler. Tunison, over 50 appearances for the franchise now. Murat.
That's Tunave.
stolen. Welcome to the match, Oisin Dowling. That is the impact Pete Wilkins craved when he sent for the big second roll.
Time off. Holding on.
Big defensive set here by Connacht, disrupting that driving maul. Salman Murat being put to the floor, and then that hassle at the breakdown. He's getting his hands in. There you can see him staying on his feet. Dowling and heading that turnover. But this has kept them in the game. Connacht, brave defense.
Okay, we play.
And as it was just before halftime, that maul defense been so effective, stopping the Stormers' opportunity.
Number five substitution. Yes.
Still, this game dangles in the balance
Over there.
as the clock ticks into the final 15 minutes. And John Dobson takes off the workmanlike Ruben van Heerden for Adre Smith. Prendergast takes the line out. Butler careering off them all.
Use it. Not 18. Stop.
Blake sends it high. Torches on the trail. Fabulous take from Feinberg and Gomazulu. A glimpse of his excellence. Ruiz. 3-5-4 from Butts. Goliath tackled into touch by a gang of Davids.
No.
There's that man Dowling again.
No. I saw it. Time off.
He's not fazed by anything.
Captain, please. Captain, can you call me the captain, please, Dave? I got here the rack on the box kicks. Your number 18 and pulling the number 4 without leading the play. Yes, your number 18. Also, your number 9 going and pushing. Yeah. So that's the end. Next one will be escalate a penalty kick. Okay, we have a line.
Every time we try to kick, they're almost in.
Nah.
Bit of pushing, bit of pulling. There's a bit of Ellie laying down the law. This is the time, Tinas, when you're expecting those world champion Springboks to step up and prove their class.
Substitution for you.
Yeah, Damien Willems has been putting himself about so far. Another change being made. Stefan Ungere on for Yankees.
6.
Heffernan introducing Janssen, who's carried tirelessly all afternoon.
Use it.
Keelan Blade's got to get that ball out of there sharpish.
Get out.
In the nick of time.
Get out.
Connacht forwards ordered off it, and they don't move out of that 10-metre zone.
Not 10.
Yeah, that's one for the wind again.
It's not what I want. Please go, Dave.
Not getting the distance. The boys not retreating quick enough. They stay within that 10-metre.
19. You lost the opportunity to come in the pitch. Next one, you go off straight away. You play your bonus point. This is the end. No chat anymore, please.
Now then, notoriously windy, testing conditions for goal kickers in Galway. Wind flipping in off the coast. And Manny Lebok, whose kicking has been the subject of such intense focus for club and country over the past year. 76% success rate this season in the URC. He's nailed some belters, 8 from 8 against the Dragons, but he's missed some biggies too, including a kick that would have knocked La Rochelle out of the Investec Champions Cup. This one not quite laden with the same tension, but important nonetheless.
Come on, good boy, let's go.
Dispatched. Libok on the money from the tee. He tames the Galwegian gusts, and the Stormers are back in front.
Yeah, big kick for Marnie Libok for his confidence. As you mentioned there, Jamie, he's been under a lot of pressure with his kicking. That was a solid strike.
Duplessis takes and gets taken.
Carry back.
A monumental final 11.5 minutes beckoning here. Lead that changes hands over and over. A game
Carry
that
back.
refuses
Use
to
it.
produce
Carry
a
back.
big lead, a decisive lead for either team. And still, we're no closer to learning the destination of most of the points. Brock Harris still on the pitch in the 70th minute, still doing the dirty work for his team. Ungarer.
Advantage over for knock.
Here we go, Santiago Cordero, first touch as a Connacht player. And he runs headlong into Andre Hugo Fenter. Jordan Duggan, yet to score a try for Connacht. Match number 49 for him.
Use it!
And Colin Riley with no Matthew Devine
Don't
or
hold
Michael
him, please.
McDonald
Don't
available.
do it.
The backup scrum half. And he has put a little too much on that one. Inauspicious introduction. The former Ireland under-20s international. That's given the Stormers another foothold.
And he's still emotional. Contemplating all those years. Tough old moment. Remember my days. An easy moment when you realize everything's over.
Libok for Willemse and Galant to tear after. Poach can't take it. And that has the desired outcome for the Stormers. That'll take some time off the clock, and that will allow them to set up camp inside the Connacht half.
Yeah, similar play to what they did in the first half. Marnie Libok launches, and then the pressure comes on from Damien Willemse, Warwick Galant, Dan du Too much pressure. John Poach just spilling the ball. And it's not fancy, but it's effective in this wind. Drive Connacht back into their own territory. Difficult to get out from. And then, most importantly, retain possession by that kick.
Sean Yampson getting the world-renowned treatment for cramp. 3 tries in his past 4 matches.
They're good.
The injuries have limited his impact in his debut season. Innovation for Jack Party as he troops on after 70 more minutes. Over 200 games for the province. And on comes Cahal Ford, who over the past couple of seasons has been one of the most impressive performers at the squad. Get Bundyaki out of the team for much of the last campaign. He's an accomplished fly half or inside centre, powerful carrier too. And he'll need his oomph to help the Stormers here.
Bind! Set! Square! Square!
Oh, the Stormers have got the edge at scrum time. They have dismantled that Connacht pack.
They go forward, and then you will under pressure.
Brock Harris, you beast. Combined there with Nietling Foucher, Andre Venter. 71 minutes. And he's still on the field. He's still applying pressure at every scrum. Look at that loose head side. He keeps on driving forward. Massive scrum there by the Stormers.
Just shows the depth of talent in South African rugby, the front row players that aren't involved with the Springboks. Both Venter and Foucher called up to Springbok alignment camps in February. Foucher for the first time at the age of 31. Rassie Erasmus not shy to pick men in the latter stages of their career, so long as they can fit into his plan for, well, world domination, really. Libok to take the Stormers beyond a penalty or drop goal. He's flawless tonight, just as he was in Newport.
The first impression, they take some pressure
12
forward,
successful
then
kicks in a row for Manny Libok. Connacht 12, Stormers 16, 7.5 minutes to play. And Connacht go short, looking to retain possession, but unable to do so.
ball out.
Ungerer to Evan Ruiz, who's just asked to soak up the tackles and relieve some pressure, and then it's knocked on. Connacht disrupting the Stormers' breakdown.
Number 6.
And Jared Butler with a wry grin. He's not done mischief making. Not by a long way.
Yeah, strong work there by Tierney Martin. You can see he latches on there on Evan Ruiz. Keeps on that arm.
Rest a bit. Rest a bit.
Just before the referee calls release, he gets the rip. Good response by Connacht.
Once again, apologies if you picked up any foul language over the referee's mic. Evan Ruiz looks like he's going the distance here. Another 80 minutes for the 5-cap Springbok. He'll be keen to be pushing for that number 8 jersey vacated by Dwayne Vermeulen post-World Cup. Connacht scrum does not budge. Aki certainly does. That's what Bundy Aki's in the team for. Here's Cathal Ford. Met hard by Willemse and Duplessis. 6 minutes left. Can Connacht conjure a winning moment? They stack the left-hand side. John Porch opts to go himself. Duggan. Riley, Ford and Ainger. Ford inside to Butler.
Heave.
Anthony Smith up quickly to bring him down. Brock Harris still making tackles in the 75th minute. He's going to play 80 today by the looks of things. Ford, Hawkshaw loses it. Evan Ruiz toying with David Hawkshaw.
Leave.
Tunison, Dixon, Libok,
Advantage over
and
for
Feinberg Ngomazulu stabs it downfield. Here's Cordero. Has he got the magic touch? It's a bouncing pass for Tierney Martin, who hurdles his way in field into the final 5 minutes. Connacht looking to attack from inside their own half. Prendergast and Aki won't win a wrestling match with Evan Ruiz. Not even Bundy Aki will do that.
Cheating yards every now and again, but they back in there. Warwick Galant onto the ball as a flash. There's the frustration by Pete Wilkins.
If I could lip read Pete Wilkins, he was saying release, release. He was asking whether Warwick Galant had let Tierney Martin go before he went for the ball. The only opinion that matters is that of Federico Vervelli. He viewed that as a legal turnover, and Manny Libok is our BKT URC Player of the Match, as nominated by our broadcast colleagues here in Galway.
Time is off.
He's kicked the crucial penalties. Conversion that kept him in the hunt. Special mention also to Ben Jason Dixon,
1 minute to go.
number 7 for the Stormers. He's well over 20 in his tackle count.
I know.
Tirelessly working, and that has kept the Stormers in play. Their defensive organisation has been outstanding today.
Time back on.
Forming that line, working off the line, hard press, and that's created all the turnovers and opportunities for them.
As things stand, Connacht will move level on points with the Ospreys, 45 of them in 10th place. The 4 teams above them, all on 49 points. And the playoff race will go down to the wire the final weekend in 2 weeks' time. But Connacht have one last chance. An early jump at the line-out, opening the door. And they've got to run it from 78 metres. Here they go. Last chance saloon for Connacht. A win would be such a boost as they look to salvage something at the back end of this season. They've got to do it the hardest of hard ways.
Thank you, Kitty.
Against a big, rugged and aggressive South African defence. From almost the full length of the pitch, they haven't had that attacking fluency all day. Tierney Martin held by Ruiz. Riley. Cordero over the top to Porch. A defiant rendition of Fields of Athenry. Echoes around the Dexcom. But Connacht are a team reversing in yards here. Forward for Ainger. Did that go forwards? No, says the referee.
That's a tackle. Leave.
Stormers not committing many men to the breakdown. Filling the field, asking Connacht to produce the spectacular. This is Prendergast. So many phases, so little ground. Dowling. There's the ball. There it is. It's loose. It's knocked on. And Manny Libbok punches the air in delight. He has quarterbacked the Stormers to another big win on the road. In all likelihood, it probably won't be enough to salvage a home draw in the playoffs, but it does rubber stamp their spot in the last eight itself. For Connacht, an agonising way to end their home fixtures this season. They move on to 45 points, joint 10th with the Ospreys in the URC table, and the race to 8 will burn right down to the final weekend in a fortnight's time.